Welcome to Sfera Talks. Our guests are real people who live among us. And today our guest is Edmilson Dos Santos Ferreira, also known as Professor Croma. Hello.
Hello.
Croma. Yeah.
Yes.
Croma. Could you please tell a few words about yourself?
Yes. I am Croma, more known as a capoeira teacher here in Turku special. I've been around Finland. I've been in 3 cities in Lappeenranta, Kuopio, and Helsinki also teach capoeira. And I live in all of those cities for 1 month and 2 months. Now I live in Turku for 30 years actually.
13. 1-3.
Yes,
1-3, not 30, not 30.
No, yes.
Yeah, okay,
yes.
Yeah.
30 is my, 37 is my wage. Yes, and I have 37 years old. I am married. I have 2 kids, Aurora and Zaki. My wife name is Gabriela. And I teach capoeira in Turku. I teach boxing, also love go around with longboard when the weather is good. Mm-hmm. I like cycling, run, snowboarding, and the avanto sauna when it's cold. It's very good for the body circulation, the blood circulation, and also it's a good painkiller for the body.
Sauna.
Sauna, yes.
Sauna as a painkiller for the body.
Yes. Okay. When you have some injury of training, that is a good recovery. Huh. It's one of the things that I love.
Yeah. Can you? You said everybody I think knows you here as a capoeira coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, everybody that know me.
Yeah.
I
think quite a few people know you actually, from what I have heard. Croma, in Brazil, where were you born? How was it? I mean, tell about your life in Brazil.
Yes, I born in Brasilia, in capital. I born in one neighborhood that name is Cruzeiro Novo.
Mm-hmm. New Cross. Mm-hmm. It's like New Cross.
New Cross, yes,
yeah,
Cruzeiro Novo. Because there have one cross, and mm-hmm. it's one of the first place where they have been make this the blessing of the city. When the construction Brasilia is actually new land. They have only 16 years old. Before capital was in Rio de Janeiro, yeah. And they come to Brasilia. It's one plain land that the President Juscelino Kubitschek, he think that was good place to have the capital. It's really on the Brazil center. And there they found a plain land that was good to have the capital. And they when they go in to blessing, stay the cross, the Catholic Church go to bless the land, and then they stay the cross, and is next there. Mm-hmm. And the real name of this new cross, it's for the money, the name of the money, because the first money was even is next there. That is a really influence of the name. The name is based on the money. Cruzeiro Novo. It was the name of the money. And Cruzeiro Velho. The first land was Cruzeiro Velho. They was made it first, Cruzeiro Velho, where have houses, many houses. It's funny because people call that like was a cemetery, because it's many little white houses, and who see that looks like a cemetery. And later,
are they that small?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not like it. Yes, seen in a far away. Of course, doesn't have many high buildings, so you could see well if you are in a high places, and that looks like a cemetery, because like houses like graves.
Yeah.
And after that, because appear one like not eagle, but its name is gavião, the name of the bird. It's like an eagle, and then people put this name gavião because have one fly there, and it stay gavião. And that time was not have a good organization, but people live quite independent because many people come from Rio de Janeiro, where was the capital when my father come together, and also come people of many lands of Brazil to construction the capital. That the name is Candangos. But in
Candangos.
Candangos.
What is that?
Candangos is the name that people put in the people that come from another lands to construction Brasilia.
Some guest workers.
Yes,
Guest
workers.
Yeah,
yes.
guest work. Candangos.
Candangos. Yes.
Okay.
And they stay in Candangolândia, like land of Candangos. But who come to work in the government in Brasilia come from Cruzeiro, because they come straight for Rio de Janeiro. They have work in the government. They were secretaries and people that work for the government. And then they live in the Cruzeiro Novo, Gavião and Cemetery.
Yeah.
They live in there. And then there is the part of the Brasilia where have more, let's say, carioca, the culture of Rio de Janeiro, like samba, music, many things from Rio de Janeiro.
So, carioca, it's a term that, what does it mean, carioca?
Carioca is who come from Rio de Janeiro. Yes.
Okay.
Who come from Rio de Janeiro is carioca. Yes. And they have all of this culture. And later, people construction the buildings that stay for actually people that work on the arm. And also come another buildings. And there was like a, I mean in Finnish language, kerrostalo, like apartments of 4th floor. And then this is Cruzeiro Novo. So that was the divide of Cruzeiro Velho and Cruzeiro Novo. And there my father come, and my mother also, she come from her sister to live in there because the sister husband, him work in government, and they come from Paraíba. It's one part of the Brazil I mean northeast, like next to Ceará and all the place, more next to the beach, and so they meet in there, and then they have 5 kids. And
you were one of those 5.
Yes, and then I am the youngest one.
If you think about child life in Cruzeiro Novo and child life here in Finland, what are the differences?
The difference between my child's life, that in Finland, I've been talking with some Finns. They say that who born in 18 or 19, they have the same freedom. You know, actually, there is not free like that anymore, because become violence and people start pass dangerous. I think from the 19th for now, this freedom been lost for the violence.
Where freedom lost?
In my neighborhood.
In your neighborhood?
Yes, because this place where I come from, they was one place next to the centrum. My city is one airplane, and they have like it's real airplane, and one part is like
one wing, sort of.
Yes, it's for not for really rich people, but who live there have good condition. And the Brasilia was planning to be only that.
Only good condition.
Yes.
Brasilia.
Not have no extra. But for example, the Candangos, they wanna live a good life, and then they decide, place to live good is in here, next this place, and then construction. Houses and so. But in this place, people make a big lake, artificial lake. And one day they received the advertisement that people should need to go away because that will be full of water, but they resist and stay. But soon they have to be running, and then they go past for for the periphery of the city. They say, no, stay here, soon we give your land back there where you chose, but no, they stay still there. Actually, Brasilia is represented for these places. The periphery of Brasilia is more big than Centrum. And actually where they live have a big lake that is like a lake south, lake north. And people say that when if you, for example, if you swim there and go deepest with all material that's necessary, if you swim there, you can see still the houses.
Under the lake.
Under the lake, you see the houses, the tractors, the cars, everything. Then have to left for survival, because if they stay there, they maybe.
But do you know?
They die.
But did some people die?
No.
No. So they all ran.
Someone say that people die when construction Brasilia, you know, because someone's falling on the tank. And they was too much to get them out because they die instantaneously. And the people say like, okay, just let it be, and you know, throw more cement and the construction, the buildings up. For example,
they did. I mean, like I don't understand. They didn't take people who fell down.
Yes.
Because it was hard to take them, or because they were already dead, or?
It was hard to take them out.
So they were alive?
I think they died instantaneously because it was deeper. They have to construct high buildings. In that time, it was not high, but like 6th floor. And then they have to construction a big base. And then they just let people there, because for them go and dive inside the cement and took them out, that could be very hard.
Okay.
For example, is one history in the university that there have supernatural happenings in the University of Brasilia, because many candangos died there construction.
How many, do you know?
I don't know the exactly number of people, but many persons died.
So many guest workers died actually making this
Construction
city.
Brasilia, yes.
Okay.
And someone say that the DOM BOSCO, DOM BOSCO is one priest. That
Dom Bosco.
DOM BOSCO, yes. And they have one big church there. It's in a beautiful place. And it's actually next where people have to live, that lake grow, and Lago Sul, South Lake. Someone say that see him there walking, and the people that die ask forgiveness for him when it's dark, like in midnight and so.
You mean ghost?
Yes.
A ghost of Dom Bosco?
Yes.
Going with ghosts of candangos that died during the construction?
Yes. It's like kind of legend. I never see, because I don't go there midnight. I like to go in midday when sun shine, it's good swim, but midnight I'm not.
But I mean, like, how people tell this? I mean, like, so I understand that there is some story or legend that some priest, famous priest, Dom Bosco, he's going over the lake. And around him there are people who died constructing Brasilia, so candangos. How people tell these stories? Do you remember?
It's like a mouth by mouth. When you meet some friend and they say,
hey Croma, you know, yesterday I was going there and there was this Dom Bosco. And he was...
Or my father tell to me.
How did he tell it?
They tell, like my father tell to me that a long time ago, these people that die here, they still walk around here, and sometimes people when come, I think, and I not believe so much in ghosts.
You're smiling. I mean, like you don't.
But I think this kind of legend is great for you. Don't go there like midnight, because maybe you are in danger. Maybe, I don't know. Always is like a bit dangerous walk on the night. But some people say that, and I just don't go in midnight, you know. I, of course,
Just in case.
just in
Just
case,
in case
yes,
Don
yes,
Bosco is there. And
yes,
like, uh-huh.
yes, and I just, and also it's far off my house. I have a long way to go there, and in night I don't have no buses.
Yeah, okay.
Cycling over there is dangerous, so I prefer respect.
Okay, okay. And about these people who ran away when the lake, you know, was formed, but they didn't go before. Why do you think they didn't listen to like people saying, "Hey, there will be lake"? Why they didn't listen, and why they had to run after?
I think people make the lake there for keep them away, because Brasilia it's one it's a city that people plan to do. Wasn't like any other city that come someone make a house and the house around, and then later come somebody say, no, we have to organize, so this is house one, and then this street, this street na na na, and you know, this kind of thing. Was a planning city to be a capital. So they want just that people that come there to work and live. And I think this is why actually exists that lake. Because I think no one should make one house where have been advised that you have a lake there. Because I think it's not smart thing. And if you are under one construction, you have idea what will happen there.
So you said that it became not safe in your childhood. So before it was safer and then became no. What does it mean, no safe?
No safe. It's that actually there. Before we run around, we don't have you don't have no afraid to like actually it's in Finland. The kids can go to the school walking, and the kids can enjoy outside and play on the garden. It was like that before.
In 80s.
Yes, and before after that. This city start to be close of this kind of rich places, and then start be like the same, because if you work on the center, you get only 15 minutes by car, 15 minutes by bike, by bus. So what people do it, people close these places, and they make like a condominium, you know. You live in like a condominium, and this kind of idea of condominium is like, okay, you have a place reserved only for you, no one come, you have a private place, so you don't have to care. We have organized, you have security guard, you have cameras around, you are safe in here, so that make the price be very expensive. Because between this Asa Sul, they make also one place that call it Sudoeste. That also is like a high guest place, like 12 floors place, and with swim pools and so on. So that short the distance of rich people and from the suburb. Brazil is suburb. And the Cruzeiro Valley suburb. So that short, so they are like become like one kind of place that also have a good condition. And then what unfortunately make the ass of the thieves and others, the bad person, to come there to try found what they before try found on this kind of rich places. So
but I mean, like, you were kids. So, okay, I understand that these big houses, rich people, some people who were not that moral, they want to take money, but you were kids. So what dangers could be to kids just playing?
Could be because they try kidnap it, maybe.
Kidnap?
Yes.
Even kidnap? Have you heard of cases of kidnapping?
Unfortunately, in Brazil, this have a lot. It's very sad. I've been talk of my country like that, but when you we talk about reality, I must say I have to be clear. Of course, I don't want I don't like to speak, but it's necessary. For example, in many places, it's dangerous for the kid. People can kidnap them, sell them to others, like for fathers that don't have
Sell
kids.
them.
Yes.
Sell them.
Or they cannot get the
organs.
Yes.
Can't like
This can
kidnap
happen.
kids for organs.
Yes. Or maybe make bad things. It's not safe like in Finland. That you. I think because Brazil is too big.
Yeah.
It's too big, and
But
yes.
I've heard like one story from my pal, like acquaintance from Sao Paulo, that he was just walking near his house basically, and some car comes and with a knife or with something they
And
take him
steal.
in and
Yes.
then they bring him to the ATM machine.
And they get money.
And get money.
Yes.
So this happens like
This happens, and it's unfortunately and sadness. It's like common. Of course, when you live in a country, you become part, and you know how to be safe. So I will not walk with a good watch because I know that people will look and try rob that. I will not walk with a good shoes in some places because people will try rob that. I will not go with my car in some places, because people will rob that. One thing that you ask me, what I should bring from Finland to Brazil, is this organization from the government. That's good. And the weather from Brazil for Finland. I think that could work much better.
Weather.
The weather, yes.
Yeah, we'll return to that. Yeah. Why do you think these things happen? Because we know all, I think, that there are these favelas also in. Can you tell more? What are favelas actually?
The favelas growing a long time, and this is a derivative of the slavery time. For example, when Brazil was colonized, I think you know that.
By Portuguese.
Yes, was bringing Africans, and also they made it slavery Brazilians, native Indians.
Indigenos.
Indians, sí,
Yeah.
Indios, sí. And this group of people, when they been free, what happened with them? They don't have anything to survive. They just have streets to live. Different than people from USA. In USA, when the slavery become free, they receive one land and one cow or one animal for help them to grow in their life, and that you maybe can see the kind of Afro-Americans with a good life, with the houses and with the farms, with a good life. In Brazil, if you see many descendants of slaveries, the African slaveries, poor. And the big part of the black people in Brazil, you see they not in a good condition, and they be treated like with a big I can say with a big prejudice, because
Prejudice,
they descend of the slaveries, and this is why
Still in Brazil, they are being treated with prejudice.
Yes, because they are descendants of slaveries, and these slaveries, they are judged in a wrong way. For example, they was free. I will go like maybe 300 years back in the history, and they be free. And then when they be free, they don't have nothing to survive. So they was throw it on the street. They live in the street, live in the forest, and they accumulate themselves in the highest hills. where is actually favelas.
Yeah.
And there they have their own life. They have their own life. And then develop them own culture there. Like you can see capoeira, you can see samba. Many of part of the Brazilian culture was developed in favelas, where stay more the culture. And why the favelas is seen bad? Because they, the Brazilian government, they never give support for favelas. Of course, the violence grow and grow without control. But before, they was excluded of the society. They could not go. For example, if you see Carmen Miranda, that's a famous musician, she bring the music that born in favelas.
What is her name again?
Carmen Miranda.
Carmen Miranda.
It's one more famous artist of Hollywood in USA, but she it's oldest one. The woman that have fruits on the head. You know that? Carmen Miranda. She is very famous. She that bring the samba, carnival, and this kind of things growing in favela for USA in Hollywood. You know, but same when she come back to show to people stay, no, that's not good. We're not going your show, and she get a deception and come back to USA again and don't want to come back to Brazil anymore. So people even she was a white woman. She was a son of one guy that come to try life in Brazil from Portugal in 1910. Yeah, 1910. And she loved this music. When people come from the hills and they play down. And she learned that with the people, you know. But she have more space on the public because she was a white woman, and she become a really big musician. So, but let's be back on what we were talking. In favela, people was excluded of the law and the regulation. People don't care about them.
So the official government, they never cared.
Yes, when people die there, when people die there, they don't care. Okay, it's just die, and people stay there months on the street, and nobody care. And when they decide to make their own law to protect their own people, they say, if nobody care about us, we have to handle our situation. And they come, actually, what you tell in Brazil, like, it's like a kind of alternative rules of the system. And they actually this work in favelas and in
what
kind
rules?
of place.
What rules, for instance?
It's kind of rules that is made it by people. They respect, like if people rob in favelas, they have to pay that with their life. If they rape girls there, they have to pay in the life. You know, this kind of rules.
So pretty cruel. You do something, you are dead for this.
Yes.
So why there is so much crime still? Or is there?
In favelas? Or?
Yeah, in favelas.
I think some people don't respect these
These
rules.
rules.
Yes,
Okay.
and they go over that.
How
this means regras de conduta. I don't know how to speak.
Conduta, like conduction, basically. Conduction rules, yeah.
Conduction rules, yes. This was developed in the jail. This was developed in the jail in dictator, you know, in 17th. That was on bad time. Every people was they was fallen by the arm. Anything that people do wrong, they was took to the jail. If people's big hair, you are wrong. You have to cut, so you go to the jail. If you have trousers that the mouth was not closed, people throw one lemon inside. If the lemon fall here, you go to the jail. This is not kind of trouser.
You're really a person in the 70s
Yes.
in Brazil could go to jail for having the wrong length of trousers?
Yes.
Oh
If
my.
you are not in the way that system say, you go to the jail. And many people don't accept that, and then they left their life, and then they go to the jail. And then there they start to make their own organization, because the politic prisoners was treated better than all other ones. So they start to organize their own rules, and they start to kill people for that, and make their own rules that out of this jail start develop from the favelas and so, because they was from there. So when they go out, they put these rules on people, and they say, if people don't care about us, let's take care about us. If you watch one move, I can suggest for you, it's like
City of God.
one and the 400 against one.
400 against
That
one.
tell the story the first criminal organization in Brazil.
400 against one.
Yes.
Okay.
400 contra um. This is why one guy was inside one apartment, and the 400 police think that he was with our organization. So him with the gun shot all of them, and have 400 police shot them inside the apartment.
When was it?
In 70s.
In 70s,
Yes, that is true history.
And I wanted to ask about the City of God. Is it like, does it really reflect the life in favelas, this movie?
Actually, the City of God is the one most oldest favelas in Brazil. Actually, I never been in any favelas in Brazil. Of course, in Rio de Janeiro, but I've been teaching capoeira long years in a favela in Brasilia, in my city. Actually, there was a place that was given for people that come from Nordest. Was one kind tactic of one government, one guy, it's like one government. He said that give land to people if people vote in him, and the people voted him. When he won, people was there, but when he lost and come the older guy, they say, that is a good place to construction good buildings, so let's took all those people away. So these people fighting with their own hand about many months of government to still conserve the land there. And actually they have one museum that tells the story. And then I've been many years teaching these kids of one government, also government project, that is the name of, actually I forget, it was in 2000, but was like a one government project where the kid come to eat, to learn capoeira, and they have one gift, like one bread and one juice.
So for kids from favelas?
Yes, and then this
in
guy,
Brasilia?
In Brasilia, yes. And these guys, they stay there many months, just go because they want to eat. And it was really sad when you go to make the, to write them on the project. And what they explain, like, I don't have food. Some days I walk all day, sometimes I walk all day long, and then I don't get no food. I am here only.
Kids without food. So basically, the kid, we'll return to capoeira, of course, but kid went to study capoeira to have free food. And he stayed for several months studying it just to have food, because otherwise they don't have food.
Yes, and it wasn't so much. It was one bread with ham and cheese and one juice, this kind of small juice. And they just come to it, and sometimes they don't train because they don't have power, because they was hungry. So they stay sit out training, wait the food, and then later they say, I don't eat nothing today.
If you had a magic wand, if you had the magical power to change, what would you change? How would you change it? So that people are okay with food, so the children are not hungry and there are no poor people in favelas. So what would you do?
I think I should. I think I could. If I have this power, I think I make house to everyone and they make food to everyone and let them live in peace because they suffer already so much. And let them live. I try to be. Of course, if you work together, we can have a good life together. But I think they suffered so much because the history is too sad. They come from one city that people from some places they don't have even water to drink.
Water?
Yes.
In favelas?
No, in some places in Brazil because it's too dry. It's too dry. And then they have to immigrate for all the cities. And then when they arrive in the cities, they don't have food, they live on the street, and they suffer prejudice, and many ones die on the street, you know? And then these ones that, who are the ones that make their house and then actually have a place to stay, they are suffer people, you know? And then they work on the trash. They have one place where all Brazilian trash is thrown there, and they get food from their shoes, food, because sometimes they found good things. And one guy of these, he found 10,000 reais.
10,000
reais. It's like, it's not much in euros, I think. Let's see, actually euro is too high. And it's like maybe, let's say 4,000 euros.
Okay.
More or less. But he was honest. And him look for who was the owner of that. You know, the one guy, he live in favela. He should, it's mine. But no, you know, he humble guy. He look for who was the money. And him, you know, this is why I say, like, should be change the government. Because the money that they have, they took for them pocket. They don't help people. But people still conserve themselves in honest way. And him give back this money. And the one very, very famous singer, this Gabriel Pensador, he go there and give it for him 2,000 in his hand, like, and say thank you for your honesty, or your honestly, and get this money and put in your life. I actually try also help. I have friends that still work on this favela. They teach football. They are their size I was, but I am here in Finland. I have to, like you see, I have to come to continue my life, and in this way I have to left there. I have to found my how I can say, to follow my life forward. So I come here to Finland, but they are still there, and my friends are support there. And every time when I go to Brazil, I try going there because it's like a hope for them, for them see one guy that come to Europe only with capoeira, nothing else. And you know, they feel like, okay, I am a guy that I can do it. I have that guy have only
like
his
role
body.
role model, so that they want to be like you actually.
Yes. And always when I go there, I try to bring something for Finland. Of course, I'm not rich, but I have a better condition than before. So last time, for example, I get a lot of this kind toys, and I bring to them. So they stay like really, really happy. Oh, Cromadinho bring for us things from Finlandia, and they stay very, very, very happy. And I don't do it to promote myself, to say, oh, I am a good guy, and no, I don't. I just feel capaz to make somebody happy.
Capacity. Like that you can actually make somebody happy.
Yes, because in Brazil have many things like that. People try promote themselves. Oh no, I am help people. I am help people from favela. I help them. I am a good guy. No, I don't.
Why do you think people do that?
To promote themselves?
Why?
And
what for?
Because maybe people get money after that. You know, if you put one guy from the government in favela, you can promote him and put him inside the government, because there, in the election, they can't promote one guy, only that place, because they have 1,000 people. 1,000 people. If you put one there, you can get enough vote for you stay in a president. Not in a president because you need all of the country, but you can promote like how I can say, for a governance, for example.
So do you understand? Do I understand correctly that politicians, they want votes of people from favelas?
Yes.
So they show that they are good to these people to get votes.
Yes. Only in that time, because later they forget people, and the people stay there believing that okay, that guy will help us, that guy will make us, and then they come and give T-shirts, and they come and give food. But okay, I will give you houses, I will put asphalt on the street, I will give you money to construct that wall in your house, only to make you believe that he will help. But when they want, they forget.
But I mean,
people
why people in favelas do not grow cynical about that? Why not take this and not vote? Because I mean, like, if you say it happens again and again and again, and people still believe and believe and believe, how? Why they don't learn that these politicians, they just do it for votes? Why?
Because the only thing that they have to do is believe. They don't have
hope.
Anything.
The only thing, hope.
Yes, they are strong people. They are strong people, and then they believe in people. But unfortunately, people use them. I think actually they are more smart than before. But for many times, actually, I don't know so much how is there, because I'm not living there. I think for I know more, I should live in there and stay in the situation. Actually, I live in Finland, and then I see things the more superficial way. But in that time was just like that. I see many guys go there and say, I give you food, I will make schools, I will make hospital, and where is that?
But I mean, like, I hear that you are very skeptical about politicians, that you don't believe Brazilian politicians. No. Why? I mean, like, who are these people? Why you don't believe? And apparently, I know that many people do not believe politicians in Brazil.
Yes.
Why?
Because I come from a suburb. So of course they are not really poor people, but of course
politicians.
No.
Suburb.
Where yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not really poor, because unfortunately in Brazil we have extremely rich. We have like medium class. We have poor people, and we have a completely miserable persons live on the street, pass hungry, die of cold, things like that. So I don't believe, because I am 37 years old, so from during this time until I come to Finland, I have 24 years old. And actually, I'm not living that situation, but I can see from TV, internet, and so that people still are suffering of corruption. You know, the people need health care and they don't get. People need assistance, you know, social assistance, and they don't have.
But it sounds that, you know, because I remember in 2014 I had these, you know, nice acquaintances from Sao Paulo, and they were telling that they were not happy with that woman who was ruling the country then. What was her name?
Yes, Dilma, the president.
Yeah, the president. Yes, the president. And they voted for this Bolsonaro.
Yes.
And they are not happy again with him.
Yes.
So how come that, you know, different politicians ultimately make no good for people of Brazil. So how does it, like, are they born on special, you know, in the special house where only bastards are born, or like, you know, I mean, like politicians, like how, or they come from Mars, or they, where do they come from, so that they, whoever comes, they do not do good for people?
I think the politics in Brazil, they just think about themselves. Brazil it's a big country, and who are up there, they have good return because Brazilian people, they are workers. They like to work. They are fun people. They treat people nice. They like to do what they do. Brazil have also your on a good part, but people is tired of believing and believing in the politicians. Always people make some mistake that make people believe that change the mind straight. For example, the last president is Lula. For example, he was the guy that tried being in the power long time ago, and him when get the power, him was a good president, and he make people stay in the same level. People stay in the same level, and in this level, some ones don't like that poor people, because poor people stay, because for be rich have to be poor. If we are equal, who is rich?
So you think that rich people become rich because they are poor people?
Yes. For example, one example, in Finland, the life is equality. Even if have poor people, these people, you have a car, even the expensive one or the simple one. If people, if you have rich people, they have a car, a good house, many meters, many squares. But the poor will have also one house. If people have one sauna and good one, the poor people will have also his sauna and simply. But in Brazil, no. In Brazil, it's totality. Otherwise, you have extremely rich guy. They have airplanes. They have houses in USA. They have.
But how do they make money?
Corruption.
So they're selling what?
I don't know if they selling or not, but I think they get money from the government. You know, the money that people pay them bills for work, and so they took for them. You know, like they say to construction buildings, and they get half money of that construction
of contracts.
Yes, like it's happened now. You can see in TV, the people buy machines to breed machines. Yeah. And
in Corona, this
yes,
thing, yeah.
And people is bringing different machines with more low price. Yeah. And where's the rest of the money?
So corruption, contracts, state contracts, like basically stealing money from the population.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, let's move to more optimistic things.
Yes.
How you started with capoeira?
I started capoeira. I started capoeira when I had, I think, 7 years, more or less. I'm not sure. I have a little flashbacks of capoeira since I was like 5 years. I don't know, because before. I become a true capoeirist, like training and stay on the trainings. My brother was. So the first development of capoeira that I saw was with my brother.
You are 5 in family. How many brothers?
Yes, 4 brothers.
4 brothers.
2 brothers and 2 sisters and me.
Yeah. And all brothers, they do capoeira.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, not actually, but before. Everyone passed in capoeira.
Is it so that every boy in Brazil does capoeira?
Um, Actually, it's not everyone, but it's very popular. Who never been trained to become a teacher, maybe had one class or know to GINGA or know something, who was master, who was the first master, or how to play.
So they know all these things.
One thing he will know. Yes, because it's part of our history, Brazil. I think I told you already before, the capoeira was made it from slavers to become free. So this kind of revolution is part of history in Brazil, because after that come many guys like Zumbi dos Palmares, that was one leader that drive the black African people, the black people, for the freedom. They construction one land that the name is Quilombo dos Palmares, and they there live for during
Palmares.
Quilombo dos Palmares is in Serra da Barriga, actually in Maceió. That before was with Pernambuco. They construction the land because many of the guys that run for freedom, they try swim to Africa because they remember that they come from the sea with the slavery boats, and they think that could, but of course no, they die because.
So they really wanted to swim by themselves to Africa from Brazil.
Yes, and of course that wasn't possible because it was too far away, and they was hungry, they died between because have sharks also, and was not safe. When then decided to,
I mean, like swim or sail? Did they use boats or
no,
without boats?
Without boats, swim, because they suffer a lot. They get hitings. They suffer. They was tortured, and they try anything to stop that, and it was one way. And before the ship to come to Brazil, someone jump from the boats, from the ship, because they prefer die than suffer. Many slavers been died when come from Brazil, and they come for Brazil, and they construction. They think they think that okay, we can come back for our homeland. What you do? And one said, no, we have to do our land here. Now it's our land. We have to live in here. Because you are here, we don't have a way to come back home. And then they leave. They start to build in a place in Serra da Barriga, and they make Quilombo dos Palmares. It was
those who escaped.
Yes, and they run for there, and then this land, they have a good floor to plant food, and they have water. Actually, was one place that the government also took, because it was a good place to have a farm, to have cows and so on. And then they fight during 100 years. 100 leaders by leaders fighting against, go to the farms, open Senzala where was the slavery stay, and they go Senzala, yes, and then they took them out, and they make groups and groups. In that have also Brazilian native Indians that run for there and become. They become part of this group. Europeans that don't like to stay in the work on the slavery, they become forced for work in the slaveries with the slaveries from Portugal, Spain. They don't agree with this idea to make people slave, and then they run away. And they go live in quilombos. So,
but I don't get how people, slaves, living in senzalas, how did they practice capoeira? There should be guards watching over them, but how did they, basically learn and teach something that can be used against guards.
Yes, a long time ago, when there was slavery, they have also them rights. They have them rights, and they protest to have one day that they could pray for them God, and they ask Sundays for them make party to make
Slaves.
Yes, make them a ritual, the religion ritual, and then when start to grow capoeira, because they have that free time to dancing, they have that free time to participate one each other, so they start to make capoeira. And then actually when the name is Capitão do Mato, Capitão do Mato is like a captain of forest, or Capitão do Mato. It was the guy that go after the slave when they run, and they have to capture them and then bring them for the senzala. Actually, this was the guy that was half black, half white, because they was son of the violence committed for a black woman. So
rape.
He was accepted. Like, okay, you are not slavery, you are not the, let's say, you are not the white one, let's say like that.
Mulatto. Mulatto.
Yes, mulatto. Exactly this word. The mixed of, and this is like a bad name because
is it a bad name?
Yes, because mulatto. This is mulatto. You know, mula is a mix of the oinks.
Oh, really? Donkey and a horse.
Yes, donkey and horse, and this come mula. So the people treat that as like a action of the
horses and donkeys.
Yes. It come from this word, mula, mulatto.
Amazing.
Yes, and they become Capitão do Mato. So they was developed for this work. So they have to hunt the slavers run away for bring to senzala. And then they bring this guy to senzala, and it was the job. And this guy, when he come to see, or the owner of the slavery, they looked at, no, they are not doing, they are just dancing, make them religion ritual. But no, they was fighting, they was training to run away.
So basically these movements, this ginga, these swinging movements of the legs, you know, it served the purpose to hide that it's actually fighting.
Exactly. Yes. This is the reason of the ginga, the dancing of capoeira. And this hiding the capoeira and his hair dangerous, the dangerous skill during years. So no one discovered that was a...
But as I know from you, actually in capoeira, they used also blades, knives, all these things. So how violent these things were?
A time ago, I will come back a little where we was talking in favelas. Before have two kind of groups. We say in capoeira maltas. Maltas is like a gang. One was in one hill in these morros, favelas, that was ganhamuns, and then the other was nagos. So when they meet, they have a trick. They fighting against the other, and they start using knives for this kind of challenge. And actually, capoeiristas use also knives to stealing people on the street, because when they come to the kind of cultural development, usually many people come to watch. And then come this kind of, we say madames, like the rich ladies with the bags, and then they use the knife that have a real soft cut to cut the bags down, and took the money. And when they opened, somebody was distract them with the dancing, and then will come one behind and then open the bag and then took the money. Was one way for them survive. Because after the slavery time, they don't have nothing. They have offered to them only food. They have to offer to them only food. And this food that they get was the same one that they get for free when it was slavery. So they developed to use this kind of weapons. And also, the capoeirista was used for many kind of things, for security guards, for political guys. Sorry. They were used for political guys, because at that time had one kind of group that the name that's like Black Guard. And
Black Guard.
Yes, and there was from one guy that the name was José do Patrocínio. What he do? He used this group of persons to broke the it's like the political place from the other guys. So people say that usually who won was the political guys that have more capoeirists, because they was paid to, if you have like a speech, they go and broke everything. You know? And the guy was paid for that, so that was a kind of work. But that guys, they don't.
So politicians used capoeirists against his opponents.
Yes.
So they were hiring people who practice capoeira.
Yes.
To destroy opponents' property or something.
Yes.
And those who had more support of this larger group of capoeirists, he could better win in political
in the political challenge. So they use capoeirists for that. But of course, this is like 2,000 years ago. When capoeira really began.
200.
Yes, more or less. Yes, 200 exactly. And they have fights on the street, but this kind of capoeirist, they was like a promoted capoeirist. They was not the capoeirist like a slavery ones. They have a social position. They was like a white smoking, good hat, expensive shoes. They was like elegant person. They have like a let's say status work on the society.
So those basically gangsters, who worked for politicians, they have status.
They have status.
And money.
Yes,
because they were supplying politicians with gangsters, basically.
Yes. They have possessions. They have knives. They have guns.
Is it the same now?
No, no way. Because this time still capoeira was illegal. But capoeirists that time wasn't see like capoeirist. To actually days, you see a capoeirist well. You see them with white trousers, white t-shirt and a belt. Or you can see them totality in white or shoes or a little hat. You can recognize clear one capoeirist. So that was easy to recognize actually. But before, they elegant. People say that they was like a highest guy in a society, like an important person.
About why? I mean, like you
but
said.
Of course, they was already free persons after the slavery.
You said that, like, you know, now you can recognize capoeirists because of white T-shirt, white pants. What else? Like, why white? Why white?
I think the white trousers is a representative of the slavers that when they come from Africa, they come naked. And when they come to Brazil, they use white potatoes bag, rice bags to cover. And they put the belt, any belt, to fit that.
Potato bags, which were white?
Yes. So the abadas is a representative of that. Also in them religion, in Candomblé, they also use all clothes as white. Abadas. Actually, it's the name of the clothes of Candomblé, Abadas. Also, if you see this Micarecandanga and this kind of, you see this big car with a sound on the street in the carnival?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. On TV, of course.
Yes, that T-shirt, the name is Abadas.
Abadas.
Abadas, yes. It's actually the same name of the trousers. Of course, at the belts and trousers, it in capoeira, capoeira contemporânea, that was belts and trousers, because have capoeira Angola and capoeira regional also. And actually many kind ones developed and include name of capoeira.
Angola, it's what is Angola now?
Angola.
It's African, basically,
Yes,
country.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Off topic. Is it so that in Rio de Janeiro all men wear black or white trousers?
Yes, in Rio de Janeiro, yes, in Rio de Janeiro was like that. In Bahia also, where capoeira grow. They use this kind of white trousers, white. Sorry, the question before or actual days.
Nowadays,
yes, capoeira it's like that. White trousers and abadas.
Yeah.
Yes, this kind of white trousers become and stay. Of course, before, like 100 years ago, capoeira was only your body.
your body.
Yes, you don't have like a uniform or anything, because capoeira was one, like, let's say, one wide thing. The slavery developed, and then they use for them protection. No time to make rituals like you see 3 birimbau and drums and so on, and they run off that when they see somebody. No, capoeira was one thing used only for themselves. Of course, a capoeira after that, the soft development of this kind of region where they live. So, for example, capoeira start with the slaveries, and then after that suffer the urban influence, like slavery walk naked, and then have these trousers, and then they run. When the Capitão do Mato come, they have only time to kick and run, because the guy have guns, so they should kill. So they kick the guy falling, and then they run. It's only the thing that they have. For example, have one kind of movement that they call benção, it's like blessing, because they say that when them boss say, ask bless for me, like like people do to priests, like blessing, and then God bless, and they say when the boss come and say ask blessing, and then they say like God bless and get the hand and then kick and then run. So they have like a blast, benção. And then it was only the thing that they do. They kick and run. They don't stay. And this capoeira disappear on the wide, because they died there and then stay with them. When capoeira passed for urban, for the city, capoeira stay adapted on that place. What they do? They do their own ritual. The first manifesto of capoeira, actually centuries ago, it's one guy with the drum, play the drum, and someone's fighting, and all the it's the guys play, and the police come to stop, because that after be discovered was forbidden, because no, this is a dangerous weapon. We can't let them develop, and become rules and laws of that. You can't practice capoeira in a square or market, any place, because you go to the jail for 2 months and 2 or 6 months. So,
but not now.
Not now. Not now.
Okay.
This is an interesting history, because since capoeira be forbidden, people practice hiding still. It's when birimbau was introduced. Before, the first development was with the drum only, and the birimbau, yes, was used to advise that the police or the captain of the captain of the forest, Capitão do Mato,
Yeah.
was coming to pick the capoeirista.
Yeah.
So in the Rio de Janeiro, we stay one guy up on the hill, and some other place, one up the coconut tree to watch, and the guys practice. When police come, they play the rhythm of berimbau that called cavalaria. That is like I make by mouth is like ch-tong, 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 ding dong, ch-tong, 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 ding dong, ch-tong, 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 ding dong. Why? Because they come with the horse. It's like the horses walk, ch-tong, 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 ding dong, and then they make the same sound that the horse make when they come to advise. And then who are sprites? Okay, now police come. We have to run away.
So it was some people, for instance, capoeiristas,
Yes.
they were practicing capoeira,
Yeah.
which was illegal.
Yes.
And so there was a watch guy on a coconut palm.
Yeah.
And he was sort of observing, and in case police or Capitão do Mato come,
yes.
he sort of signals that, hey guys, that's a problem, yeah?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
For them run.
And he does it with a drum, not with his...
With the berimbau.
with this, like,
With
you know,
the berimbau.
the thing that is like arch, sort
Yes.
of, yeah, like a
Yes.
bow.
Yes.
Bilbao.
Berimbau. Yeah.
Bilbao.
Yes.
Why is it only for these purposes that music was used during capoeira practicing?
Actually, it's actually this kind of rhythms they are also from percussion rhythms. So after time, but that time was only used for that. The capoeiras developed their own rhythm and their own rhythms for capoeira games.
Why I asked because when I was reading about capoeira, and there was this story that it came from Africa, from Angola, and it was a way also to communicate with spirits, to go into a sort of trance-like state.
Yes.
Can you tell more? Because not always fighting styles, they are accompanied with, like, you know, this rhythmical music that actually can sort of put you into trance.
Yes, capoeira, yes, have this kind of trance, like you get a little hypnotic on the rhythm when you play of the movements. I don't know if this is it's one thing that you connect with your ancestors. I tell, like you get this hypnotic way when you think on the movements, and also you listen the drums rhythm, because the drum is a spiritual instrument. Not of course that capoeira is a religion. Capoeira it's a practice. Of course, yes.
Practice.
Yes, practice. Thank you. It's a practice. It's culture. Have many things between that. I think also have many things to learn about capoeira, because capoeira it's more than people think. Have too much thing mixed with that still don't have explanation. But of course, why this was made it by slavers, and then they have them on gods, and they have them on descendants. Of course, they use them skills of them gods. They use them the movements and dances of the gods.
Dances of the gods.
Yes, the dance that was by them gods, and they include it in capoeira.
Sorry, problem is the point. Who knows how gods dance?
Yes, but it's a kind of thing for you know. But I think in capoeira, also in African culture, we have the one thing that it's like a history foretell. It's not anything right. So let's say my mother told for me what her mother told for her, and the mother of the mother of my mother, and then this is passing
folklore.
Yes, one for all. And then who was more next them gods or in the old rituals in Africa, tell for them, and then they bring with them and tell for another and tell for another, and actually we know that for one tell of all. And of course the slavery's documents was burned in many time ago in one museum in Rio de Janeiro, because I think they have intention to hide in, because slavery was considered the big crime, because after the slavery was forbidden, people still bring illegal slavery to Brazil and all the country.
But you said the drum is a spiritual instrument.
Yes,
what do you mean?
It's a religion instrument.
Religious instrument.
Yes,
what do you mean?
It's used in candomblé. It's used in candomblé. Candomblé is one African religion. Yes, it's used in candomblé. They use 3 drums. That is rum, rumbi, and ile. It's one big, one medium, and one small.
And then do they serve purposes of calling different gods, or?
Yes, every god have one rhythm. Yes.
Can you make these rhythms?
A little bit. Yes.
Yeah. Can you?
Yes. Like have this one that is Ijexá, that. You know, that is for one kind of Orisha, and they have one that it's like this. For the other Orisha and so many others.
Yeah. But these are the rhythms that really can induce trance-like states that shamans use.
Yes, this works just like that. When people are in the religion and the Orishas dance, they go in this kind of hypnotic way, you know.
Yeah, hypnotic,
They stay in the kind of, how I can say, they are float, they are in trance, you know.
But
like
I think you had this experience of going into this state.
Yes, I actually don't know so well how I can explain that, but it's like it's a kind of feeling, you know. I don't know how to explain.
You're like flying.
Yes, you feel more into the movement, and you know, I think I can feel. I can see and feel in the different universe, you know.
Where there is no time.
Yes, I think it comes from the past, actually, you know. Of course, in capoeira, if you see capoeira as a sport, it's what you see, it's only the sport. You see the hitings, you can see like capoeiristas in MMA, they are fighting and one, yes. But if you see capoeira one like your life, you see different, because I think only fighting is too little for you to learn during one life.
Yeah.
You learn for one time, of course you practice, but what you practice, it's only that you learn, you know, it's only that you learn, and then you practice, you can practice from the life. But if you leave capoeira, you learn fighting, you learn history, always you learn different thing. For example, like I told you, capoeira is not only fighting. Capoeira, it's fighting, dancing, history, you know, and the capoeira, it's a percussion, it's movement, it's many things. Capoeira is many things. So you never can define her what she is, because I always have something. So during this time, I learned many things. Also, because I am a black person, and I see many things that answer the cases of what happened in my country with the people, with black people, and also many answers about my kind of style, my hair, why my hair this, why my nose it's like that, why my eyes is like that. Everything I see in capoeira, because when I learned capoeira, first was a nice thing that I like to do, because when I see the guys make flip, and then I was kid, I say, wow, I have to do that. Oh my God, how that's beautiful. You know, because also that call attention of people. People see you, and you know, you start to be interesting person. When you are a little kid, small, and you want to show yourself. And after that, when I go to trainings, and then I see that, okay, this comes from the black people like me. And then after that I say, oh, these people have an history. What this kind of history is? Oh, no, these people have kind of food. Oh, what this kind of food is? Oh, this food have an history. Where this food come from? Why they made that food? And then always you can go more and more and more on the past if you look for.
Exactly.
And the capoeira, you have always the option to learn, because it's a really big universe.
You said that capoeira helped you to learn about yourself and the history. You have some very interesting tattoos.
Okay.
What do they symbolize?
Many of them, it's Africa symbols.
Yeah, it's like many circles. For instance, here I see like 3 concentric circles on your left hand. What does it symbolize, these 3 concentric circles on your left hand?
This is one ADINKRA symbol.
ADINKRA?
ADINKRA. They come from Africa. And this symbol means leaderance.
Leadership?
Leadership, yes, sorry. Leadership, leadership, yes. I put that in my left hand, because this hand is that fit the berimbau. And the berimbau is the leader of the cycle when happen capoeira roda.
Leader of the psychic?
Of the circle.
Of the circle?
Yes.
This instrument is the leader of the circle.
Yes.
And you have it in your left hand when you do it, so you put this tattoo on your left hand.
Yes. So that means when I am with my hand closed, it's because I am play the berimbau, the leader of the wheel.
Yeah.
This I do that. And this one...
Yeah, and these are like, you know, more rectangular, like it
looks like a little fork.
Yeah, it's like fork with 4 prongs, sort of, and it's like very geometric. It's like sort of meander ornament.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this mean, how I can say, it's like... not begins, but oh my God! Now this run off my head. It's like aloitos in Finnish language. You know, the starts like the attitude to start the thing, not to wait. Like do
like
it.
Impulse.
Yes.
Impulse.
Yes, like go and do it. Do it. That in Finnish language, aloitus.
Okay.
Like, yes, aloitus, like for begin.
Yeah.
Then don't stay wait. Go and do it.
Do it.
Go it.
Just do it.
Yes, go and do it. Don't stay wait. Like, do it. Do it. If you have something to do, do it. And this is it's in the Africa language. This one, that mean. And here I have a. It's
like basically all forearm is like full of. It's sort of.
This is a zebra.
Zebra.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a muzzle. This of the head of the zebra. Yeah.
Yes.
Why zebra?
Zebra because capoeira also have a influence of one fighting from Africa. The name is Ningolo.
N'Golo.
Ningolo. That is the fighting of zebra.
Uh-huh.
The zebra, when they fighting,
Yeah.
they give back one for other, and then kick like pam with the back leg, like capoeiras.
Uh-huh.
You put your hands on the floor and you kick, so it's
Yeah.
like capoeira. And the people mean that capoeira come from this fighting. The first development of capoeira was from.
Why it was important for you to tattoo these things on your body?
I think it's a good expression, and also it's a beautiful drawing.
Yeah.
And this remember what that mean also, and I can tell about of this history on that.
Yeah.
I have like my tattoos actually is I think my tattoos mean more for me than for people. Actually, I see guys that they like tattoos, but they just like the drawing. I know drawing is beautiful, and I respect its shows, of course. But for me, tattoos have to be one thing that means something for me.
For you.
Yes.
It's not for the people who who are around you. It's for you.
Yes.
To concentrate if it helps you probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
People looking, oh, nice, this guy have a beautiful tattoo. Yeah. My tattoos is tattoos that, like you say, oh, but what mean that?
Yeah.
It's like this.
Yeah, exactly. Not this, pictures by,
Yes.
colored, all this, to impress. What is on your neck?
This is one.
It's like a tiger or
It's one panther.
panther.
Yes,
Yeah.
one black panther.
Uh-huh.
No, but not from the move.
No.
Was made it by the same time, of course.
But there was a movement in the States, the Black Panther.
Yes, exactly. Yes, have this movement. I respect that movement, of course, and then I know that. But I think it's a beautiful animal. They are fast. They run fast, and also I think the Black Panther it's one good movement also that help Black Americans, Afro-Americans, Black people from America to survive in one hard time when they don't have no law beside them. I am not ateo or against any religion, but this was a kind of religion action, because in the history, the first people bring it from first in my country. First people to be enslaved was the native Indians, Brazilian native Indians, and in that time when people go and colonize it, someone, they first bring one priest to bless the land.
Yeah.
And when this priest come, they say, these guys have to learn the God words. So I don't know if the same word in English, it's catechizar.
Yeah, catechization. Catechization, and it's
yes.
the same in Russian, basically. Catechizat.
Yes,
Yeah.
so they have to teach them religion.
Yeah.
And the native Indians, they were so innocent.
Yeah.
When they see the big ships, they start shout, Caraíba, Caraíba. It's like a god. God's come, because that impressive thing, big one, come from the sea. And then they was really receptive.
Yeah.
They receive people.
Yeah.
They give them
Very
gifts.
hospitable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they have another intention. So they took them and they make them slavery.
Slaves.
Yes.
Yeah, they made them slaves. So
Yes.
people welcomed them in their home, basically, welcomed, and then they were turned into slaves,
Yes.
and their land was taken away
Yes.
from them, basically.
Exactly. And then how they know the land, they run away. They run away and hide, and they run away of that. And when they discovered that in Africa have one kind of persons that they have dark skin, they have more support to survive in hot places. when they start to bring slaves from Africa.
Yeah.
And the mean of the Catholic Church was that they don't have soul, so they was like animal, so they could work as an animal. This is why slavery starts. So they bring many guys for Brazil during years. In Brazil, until come people from USA, because I don't know if you know that in United States that have that civil war, that people would like to stop with the slavery, and they all the part of the country don't want, and then they fight. They have
south and north.
The war.
Of the states.
Yes, that time Brazil still have slavery. Brazil was the last country to let people be free. And what happened? Not the president, the emperor from Brazil. They have interesting to learn how to plant cotton. So what him see that happened this war in USA, so him invite that guy that was fighting still for heavy slavery to move with few slavers to Brazil to work there and offer for them a land. And these guys say, okay, still in this world have some country that still have slaveries, so let's go. So him bring many Afro-American slavers to Brazil to live in one land. The name is Americana, like America.
Americana?
Yes, and then during years they use that flag that it's actually a symbol of racism.
Confederates.
Yes, during years. So this is what you have in common with the Afro-Americans. And this imperator, him start also get money with the cotton. So he get money with sugar tree, coffee, the Brazilian wood, pau-brasil, and also with the cotton during years. Brazil was the country that finished 1888. It's actually 200 years ago. Or
less than 150.
Yes,
140, like 130.
Yes,
32.
It's very young. In 1818 was commemorate 100 of the end of slavery.
Yeah, pretty.
The grandfather of my grandfather was a slave.
What memories from that? Do you have specific stories from that past?
No. My grandfather, he don't tell me. He died with 92 years old, and he was very religion guy. His way was home to the church to the home. It was his life, because in Brazil we have places where one priest become like truly God, you know, because people born there, they don't have a school education, and they learn the rights of God, and then they get that like in true real thing. Of course, actually we have more accept of information. We have internet and but some places in Brazil, they are like that. People believe in truly that God will bring water for them. The God will bring food for them. That the God will make raining for the plantation to become grow, and they get food from that. And God one is not blessing them, is blame them because they make mistake. They have a relation before married, and so it's.
So and the priests actually, they are like godlike figures in these places.
Yes.
Do you think priests themselves believe in God?
I don't know, with some things that happen in this world, and the priests are between that situation. It's a bit harder to believe that.
To believe the priests themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they are not believed. I think they believe they are God themselves.
Yeah, they substitute probably.
Yes.
And maybe some education would be needed, that people actually started realizing that rain is not from God but from the clouds. And the clouds are formed through certain processes. Yeah.
One people say, one people without education, one people without education, it's easy you teach
Manipulate.
what? Yes.
Manipulate,
exactly.
like, you know, when you don't know, like the person who knows a bit more can really get use of you because of your ignorance, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then what these people have, they grow between nothing. They don't have school.
Yeah.
They don't have nothing, but they have one church, and then there they will learn something. You don't have one center like let's say actually you have a center to go, have a shopping, you have information, internet, everything. Oh, Google. Oh, okay. Is that? No, they don't have that. So everything is God that make. Everything it's God that blame. It's God that bless. You know, everything is God.
And how many do you think? How many parts of Brazil are like this?
So many. Actually, what is kill people in Brazil for the corona is this kind of belief on the religion. Everyone is run to the church where people supposed to be out. I don't have nothing against the religion. I actually am Catholic. My mother teach me that. But of course, I believe in God on my way. I believe in God on my way. So some people believe that God is in that guy that represents them on the church. So they run to the church to get answer about one dangerous virus. So far, they should be home, locked up.
Lockdown,
And then they know God have to forgive me for what I do. Because they know their own sins. They know that they commit their own sins.
Of course.
You know, in the religion way. And they run for the church to God forgive them, for them don't get corona. Because they think that corona is like apocalypse. That only who will be safe is who are in the church, in the God way. So they run to the church and they get corona and they die.
Of course.
But they die more for ignorance. But I don't blame them because everywhere we go to Brazil, you see a church, but you don't see a school.
Churches instead of schools.
Exactly. What is good? It's good to be in the church, because if you be on the street, you are in the world. What do you mean the world? You are in the world. You are in excarnation. You know, you are make bad things.
Sins.
Exactly. This is the world. But if you are in the church, you are safe. But if you are in the school, you will learn that science explain things.
Of course.
You know, social study explain things. And the government, they took that off the people because they don't want the people be smart. For that they drive, they have to people dependent of them. You know, they have it. They need for people dependence of them. So why they don't have education? In Brazil, you can see clear that high society schools are good. You see many good schools, like you see music. And in the periphery school, you see only language, Portuguese, and mathematics, and the social studying and science. That's all. So people in the periphery, they are create and educate to be. They are create and they are create and educate to be server. you know, not to be a leader.
Yeah. So they're educated to serve somebody.
Yes, they are not educated to be a leader. And who are in that rich place that become of descendant of that rich guy, they have educated to be a leader, to be a boss.
Yeah.
And luckily, when one guy have a chance to study in there, because they will learn to be a leader.
Yeah.
And then this one that will make a mind change of these other ones, that simple ones.
Does racism exist in Finland or in Brazil?
Oh, a lot.
A lot.
A lot. But it's a stupid racism. It's for ignorant people, because in Brazil we are mixed. In Brazil we are mixed. Of course, some ones have more dark skin, someone have more cool hair, but the true color from Brazil, we mean moreno.
Yeah, moreno.
Moreno, yes. It's like brown skin, not so much, but brown, and not like mine, but brown, and the brown eyes, and the hair a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
This is the true color of Brazil, moreno, because it's mixed of three races, from African slaveries. Yeah. The good capoeirist was the one that play but doesn't dirty your clothes. So that was really important for them.
So actually it was a sign that he was a good fighter because he was not dirty.
He play but he don't dirty himself. And capoeirist was a big part of the bohemia, you know.
Bohemia?
Yes, bohemia. Bohemia mean like they go to bars in the night to dance.
So party people.
Yes, this kind. They go for this kind of society meetings and so, and they dress always well. You know, they was always with the lady together, always respective, you know, good talking, like a good guy with a good word to question, you know, this kind of person.
How they were called? These nice people that, you know, good capoeirists and white suits.
Yes,
how they were called? I think you named a special name.
Yes, they call them malandros.
Malandros?
Malandros.
Is it like andros, like man?
No, malandros. Malandros was kind of person that always walk with then mala. Mala is like a travel bag.
Okay.
Yes, malandros. So people that carry that was calling malandros, because carry the travel bag with. So why they was malandros? And what this name is give for them? Because malandro in Brazil is actually that changed because people get too much attribution for that name, malandro. Because I think malandro is mean be cool. I am cool. I am malandro. I am cool.
Cool. What does it mean? Cool.
Like cool.
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 Like
yes.
cool. Like, you know.
Nice.
Nice. I mean, like, okay.
Exactly. And many people doing bad things, and they say, no, I am malandro, but it isn't like this, because before malandro was like I am tell you, was the guy that know to dance and know how to involve a girl, how to speak with her, how to be nice and educate with them. You know, like a nice guy, respective person, like protective with the ladies, like, no, this lady's with me, man, please respect, not treat lady bad, always treat as a queen, you know. This is like a species of malandro. And also this kind of species of person that make that personage from Disney, Zé Carioca. You know Zé Carioca?
Actually, no.
That is a papoucaia. That speak.
Sure, yes. I think
cartoon,
but it's a cartoon.
Yeah. These kind of persons, that was one dancer from Carmen Miranda, the one first dancer to go
with fruits, with bananas, with all this on her head. Yeah,
the lady with the tutti frutti hat.
Tutti frutti hat. Okay.
Yes. One of them dancers when go to to USA and be observed for all Disney and his production, they decide to keep his style and make one cartoon of him. So that mean the kind malandro, like style of Brazilian. If you see some, Bahia. Have you been in Bahia? It's one movie from 1945 that he invited Donald Duck to come to Brazil. And it's the perfect and kind style of Brazilian. They carry you for everywhere. We love to show people our land, what you like, our dancing, our food, carry for the best places where you are safe, where you feel nice, It's exactly what a malandro mean, the good personality.
Yeah.
But with the time, people start to do some things and attribution this kind of style of person of bad things. And actually, when you say to people, I am malandro, and people can think like, oh, this guy is dangerous, because people attribute many bad things on this kind of personality.
So it's basically like a criminal.
Yes,
now it's considered to be a criminal, like, a bit higher standing, right?
Yes.
Because, he has money apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for example, malandro actually can be considered the guy that lie for you. Lie for you.
But I didn't get
took money from you.
I didn't get one thing. Why they were with a travel bag? Why this Mela was with them? I mean,
because they always bring own clothes. They don't have where to live actually. They live in everywhere. And them live in this situation, in the bars, in the night, with the ladies, sleep today here.
So it's basically was only his possession was in this bag.
Yes.
So nothing else.
Nothing else. Them clothes. And
amazing.
They live today, but
who
how
knows?
about tomorrow? Who knows tomorrow? Let's live today.
Amazing.
Let's live the life today. Tomorrow is another day. Like that.
Speaking of ladies and malandro and whatever, of course, Brazilian Carnival. And everybody knows about Brazilian Carnival. Like everybody, I think there is no single person who never, ever has seen something from, this carnival. People are basically half naked or naked. Your climate is hot. People who are dancing young. Do carnivals or are carnivals actually a form of wild orgy with sex and alcohol?
Actually, I don't know it, but it's the image that it passes, of course.
Yeah.
But I believe that is possible, of course, in some private clubs, some special party, of course, that it's not impossible. But it's kind of natural of people to be like that, of the country that is hot, and also because the native Indians, they dress like that. They was naked actually. They don't use any clothes on the forest. They walk completely naked. Actually, no. Now they know how shorts and so on, and someone's dress and someone's wear clothes like people, like other people use. But a special carnival. Carnival in Brazil, it's a happy part, of course. Actually, days it's open for many different countries. Many people like to be there. Like here, have many groups of samba, but that is quite natural of people to dancing like that, and they show her body in a more natural way, like almost naked. Some ones don't dress up. Some up part of the swim costume, and also some ones even use nothing, just put some pant. And for we, it's kind of natural to be like that also in in the beach, in waterfalls, in the clubs, and so. But it's one part that is during 4 days, and it's full
4 days.
4 days, and it's full of it's like 3 days. These 4 days, and people drink alcohol a lot, and they party a lot. One day for all day, and in many countries, in many cities of the country have different parts. Like in Bahia, they have more axé. It's like more drums, like axé music.
It's like drums.
Yes, it's like carnival, but they have a different rhythm. It's like dum 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 dum. This is basic Olodum rhythm. Dum 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 dum. And the Rio de Janeiro, it's more carnival. It's like the rhythm is basically like task task task. It's more fast than Bahia they have, but chronologically, samba start in Bahia, but
Bahia. What is Bahia?
Bahia is Bahia. Bahia is it's a place in Brazil, but Bahia mean like Bahia is the big part of the sea. Bahia.
Bay.
Yeah, bay. Yeah. It's like
the bay. I mean, like Bahia, the bay.
Yes,
yeah.
Bay, yes, and this become name of the city because front of her have a big Bahia. Yeah. Yes, actually where come slavers, and in front of this bay have one market that actually is cultural patrimony of the humanity. It's where the slavers been selling under. The big slavery ship come for this place
to Bahia.
Yes, and Bahia is it's where have more. It's where have more African country, all Brazil. Yeah. Bahia and Rio de Janeiro. Bahia more because Bahia was where was the slavery come, where slavery come, and they stay there. Yeah. So many hiding themselves on the forest, and they start to live on the city, and then bring them with them. Then bring with them culture, food. Dances, rituals, religion rituals, and they stay a lot of African culture. Yeah.
You said very rich of. You said people are drinking during the carnival.
Yeah.
What do people drink during the carnival?
I think everything.
How it all started, like why it all started and when it all started.
Carnival. This also it's part of the African culture in Brazil, because when the slavers they don't have no more where to go, they meet out on the hill. They start to develop their own culture, music and so and so and so. So have times that all meeting and then they come to the city, play drums and dancing and so on.
For money?
Yeah, no, just to have fun, and then going back. And also this have if I am sure they have influence also from the France parties, and the many part of Carnival also have influence of Germans, because in Brazil they have one fabric that they construction Zeppelin, this big balloon.
Yeah, Zeppelin, yeah.
Yes, and then in German they have one kind game, and some in some parties that they dress like clowns clothes, and they get the belly of the cow and they fill that with water. With
milk.
No. I remember with air. Sorry.
With air.
With air, and then hit one each other, and then this group of workers they put this kind of clothes and then they go to the street to play with the people in 1917 around it. But Carnival is much older of that. And that also stay in the Carnival culture in Brazil. This kind of clowns, clovini, we call clovis. That in Finnish clovini, and in English clowns. They dress like clowns, and they go play and play with the people. And actually in Brazil they have in Rio de Janeiro especially, they have many groups, many thousand groups. I also I have my own clothes. So we go to Carnival here in Helsinki, our family one day with these clothes. It's kind of fun.
In Helsinki, there is also carnival.
Yes, in Helsinki have a
When?
carnival. It's always in July, in summer. It's one day. It's one day from midday to the rest of the night, and then they have a big party in a club, and they have competitions of costumes, competition of music, like Brazil carnival competitions, similar to Brazilian traditional. They go to clean the stairs of the church, like they do in Bahia, in Igreja do Bonfim, and in all the places also.
What does it mean, carnival, for people in Brazil? Is it something special, or maybe some groups of people feel it's something special, and for others it's like, nothing? So how it is? And
for someone, depends of because of people, because Brazilian it's made it of different kind of people. They have extremely religions, have people, just people that like live life and know much rules and want to have fun, be happy and enjoy. And someone's work, okay, no, it's carnival not for me. It's a free day, but I work. It's extra money, things like that. But it's really important commemoration in Brazil. It's really important. The country stop. It's like a World Cup. The country be stopped. People go and put flags and they paint the walls of color, and they put the firelights everywhere.
Yeah, fireworks. Yeah.
Yes.
How do religious priests think of the carnival? Because it's apparently pagan something. People are naked. People are having fun. So actually, that's what I think religions do not like people to do.
It's an imagine of devil,
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
for them, I think I can say personally, because I believe in God, but my way. I believe in God my way, but I'm not so into the religion, because some things that I don't agree. I think everyone, because the time pass, and actually you see many mistakes that was caused in old times, like with the women and the slavery. And,
Yeah.
so,
of course. But how do now this religious people treat carnival? Do they say to their people, don't go
Yes,
there?
yes, because you can see clear in the TV programs. They say that the evil is in there, and the evil it's possessed people, and they have everything that they think that is wrong. Because people living like some people still live like in 100 years ago. They have afraid to open themselves for the future. And then
Religious people.
Yes, and then they try conserve everything that's new is wrong. No, in my time it wasn't like that. So no, So it's a kind of people that have some power in Brazil. So they try to stop with that, but unfortunately, I think they don't get happy, because this is good for the culture, for the country. This is good because it's have tourism, also bring money to the country, so they can't close that. But they see it like a evil, and a personal evil, in front of them. They many criticize the woman is possessed, and they always wear partners betrayed all because they are drunk, they have fun. So it's when one woman stay with many men and one man, they consider it that evil inside the people, possessed and drive them on that, because in that old time we have one kind of spirit that put the women's in the lost way, and then now these are in your body. You have to go to church to keep it out of your soul, this kind of thing.
But I mean, like there I think, or there are like actually numbers that Brazilian people in general, they're pretty religious people. Is it so?
Brazilian, yes. No, I say to you, not only in a specific religion. Like, Brazilian is a really Catholic country. Brazil is a very spiritual country, or Orthodox and so. No, Brazil people, they have this belief, and this grow a long time ago with the colonization and with the tradition of Brazilian Indians, them ritual, that grow up many kind of different religion in Brazil. They are very religion, but the big part of the country is Catholic.
Yeah, that's what I like, because I see here contradiction that the big part is Catholic. The big part probably on normal Sundays they go to the church and they say like Father God, Ave Maria, and all that. And then 4 days a year, the same people. I'm sure that basically these samba dancers, these nice ladies, beautiful, without clothes, they also go on Sunday to church. So how does it work in the mind of a person who, on Sunday goes to church and then 4 days a year undresses and dances like, pretty fleshy sambas?
Yes, before there was faced like vulgar people. Vulgar, like the...
Vulgar?
Yes, vulgar. Yes, thank you. Like for wars, like bad women's, like
prostitutes.
This kind, because formal woman, I think everything comes from the religion, Many things come from the former woman, the dress well, have his hair keeping, and the clothes was a correct woman, and the woman that was small clothes, hair free, she show that want make sexy. And she maybe have schizophrenia. She's sick because she wanna have sex. She wanna be naked. She wanna put her feelings out. Before. And of course, this in Brazil that they start to men's also think the same way. Of course, that this is natural. Now we have more technology, more accessible of information. But in that time, that was like, this girl, oh my God, she's sick. She maybe have some trouble. We have to cure this girl. What's happened to her? And old time people was obligated to make like these kind of houses, like a house for prostitutes.
Bordello?
Bordello, yes. Where men also come to have sex with the women. Of course, that they could not keep them feeling for them, but any action that they do of sex or anything, they was see like a sick person. They could not do that. They was like sick. They need to go to hospital. They need a cure, and of course this developed many kinds of sickness, sexual sickness, like how I can say, like what was one of the sick, this sexual transmission sickness. So that grow syphilis, yes, and kill many people, and that was one bad thing. but it because the religion say no, you can't do this. You know, this like they control the feeling of people, and them selling the cure. Okay, you pray like 7 times, and you are free. You can continue your life. You know,
20 Ave, and then, continue.
Exactly. You are, yes, and you can't control the human feeling.
Yeah.
This is natural. It's like we are an animal. You know, we are. We associate, but we are animal. You have feelings, so you can't control that. But it's what the religion put on the brain of people.
Yeah.
And for example, these girls actually they are dancers. It's them work. But not only these women that dancing. That it's seen like that. Have many artists in Brazil, real rich people that also come and dance naked, and I think that bring a better image for this kind of persons. But they are really professional. I know personally some dancers that they come to Europe. They are like godmother of the samba carnivals in Brazil, and from in Europe. And then they always come from Brazil to teach her the girls how to dance and
godmother. What does it mean? Godmother of the carnival.
Like godmother. We say padrinho. You know padrinho when you are a kid and you go to the church.
Yeah.
And you have a godfather.
Yeah.
And a godmother, I think. Yes.
Okay.
It's like the same.
So
thing.
the godmother of the carnival.
Yeah, of the samba schools.
Okay.
In Europe. But they are really professional. It's very nice. In the true carnival is not so much my thing. In my city, when they start to make Brasilia the capital, they many people from Rio de Janeiro travel to there, and then they bring them culture, music, and so carnival and this bate-bola that called Clovis, and I learn a lot of with them. But wasn't so much. But when I had time to go to watch them and participate, I always go. And here, actually, I in Finland, I meet one girl that she's really professional, and that is nice to know.
She's Brazilian.
Yes, it's very, very professional. She don't live here. Sometimes she come here for this kind of. This kind of carnival, and then teach the ladies how to dance, and not only in Finland, many in France, Italy, Swedish. But she's really professional. Of course, this is attractive. It's attractive because it's a beautiful woman, of course, and she work with the body, so she have to be beautiful, of course. And it's impressive how she is professional.
What does it mean to be professional in samba here?
Because we grow with this thing that she is a worse, like the woman is easy because she like to dance naked, you know. And it's planted in our mind since we are kid, because when we grow, we don't have a chance to choose our religion. You go to the church and you are baptized, and this is your religion. And when you have like 5-6 years, you start to go to the church to learn like the God rules and how is this, how it seems, how that work, and you learn that, and you don't have no notion to judge the situation. And you are stimulated to believe in that. But I think, like me, when people grow, they have different ideas about that. The truth, I talk like it was said. One guy with 7 years old in the church every morning, so far I should be in sleep. But I was there, right, and, just to eat a piece of bread that priest give to me, because I want to be blessed. But I learn in life that if I not commenting nothing bad, not agreed persons, not kill no one, be nice to the people, and this is also positive. You know, God will not blame me. You know, if they will not punish me if I be nice with the people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then I start to think like that my way. And this is the way that I think about religion. But these girls, when they go to the church before, I think they was seem like bad ladies, because tell me what man don't be attention on this kind of girls. You know, she beautiful. You know, she put the men's feeling high.
Yeah.
Because they have good body.
They move this body. Yeah.
And she's completely different way that the saint woman. You know, because sometimes people see a saint woman and then they think like, this woman is a saint. She don't know nothing. But look that lady. Oh man, it's the lady for I finish my night, right? So I think also the women's, the men's that was in the church also blame her for this, you know.
Yeah.
Because every woman have to if before I have been read about this long time ago, women's that was right live in the God laws, like the God respect them the man. It's a woman that stay in house to cook, to take care about the kids and serve the men, you know?
Yeah, patriarchal society dominated by males. Yeah.
Yes. And then later, the women start to be independent. The women start to work. Men's too. Men's take care about the kids and clean house. Women drive tractors and the trucks.
Yeah.
And, you know, things like that. Yeah. But before, and more in Brazil, it's, I think, Brazil is a bit old, the old mind country still, you know.
Yeah.
I think Brazil still need to develop. I live in Finland 15 years.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm so curious about. So
I saw many different things that sometimes I go to Brazil and then I don't believe why people still think that way. You know, it's different.
So if we return to this mid-2000s, how and why you came to Finland?
I come to Finland in 2007 because in 2005, if I'm sure, have a group of capoeirists of Helsinki. And this group of capoeirists, they have been bring with one teacher that is Brazilian, and living in Helsinki. They bring this group to stay with us.
In Brazil?
Yes, because he was, he's not anymore from our group, but he was part of this group, and him develop a training there. And in Helsinki, and he bring this group. They organize like a tourism for Brazil, and then
so they studied capoeira in Finland, and then like tourists they came to Brazil to see how capoeira is practiced in Brazil.
Exactly. And then they come special for our gym. In that time, I live in the gym because when I had about 20 years, I decided to live of capoeira. In Brazil, it is impressive. Like I told you, like how the people have a little old mind. I think for me that's benefit because I am a kind of guy. You see, I like tattoos, dreadlocks. For example, here people don't see it as a bad guy, but in Brazil, in 2007, 2006, if you have a tattoo on your arm, no place that you could find a work.
Really?
Yes,
why?
because you are face a criminal. Criminal tattoos is for criminal guy. For example, if you work in some office, you should talk with somebody. If you work in a bank, this guy's not good. He have tattoo, so maybe he's involved in some gang or something. So no work for him. And it's impressive when I decided to write my mother's name was the thing that I kick every chance to get a work. Was like that.
But why did you do that? I mean, like, you knew that you would have problems.
Yes.
And you still did it.
Yes.
In Brazil.
Yes,
Why?
because I am not what people think.
Okay.
I don't face tattoo as a criminal thing. One, because you need money to do. It's not cheap. And or you work or you steal in a bank. Or, for you have a lot of money to do tattoo. And tattoo is a part of one culture. If you see like New Zealand, they have this Maori, they are cover of tattoo. So it's like the society try to blame one kind of culture, as a criminal. No, they are not like us, so they are bad, And then I never face like that. I face like tattoo is one art, it's a drawing. It's beautiful. It's hard to do. The guys that do it's one artist. I'm not criminal.
Do I understand you correctly? You wanted to show this fuck finger to the society.
No, not exactly.
No, okay.
I just want to live my life like I want, but not the way that society want me.
Okay.
I think I can't live on my way without make bad things and prove to society that I'm not bad like they think.
Okay.
Because this Brazilian society, unfortunately, they blame big part of the black people in Brazil. Why? Because black people was forced to live in the favelas and so, and then there, actually they developed these criminal groups and so, and the big part, they are descendant of slavers that doesn't have nothing and was forced to go to the hills to live in favelas. So they start to do their own organization. I think you talk, yes, we talk about this before, like these moves that have like 400 against one that tell the history about this begin. They cover the society. They cover the society. They protect society. But when favela have crimes and things, they don't cover. They let the dead bodies in the floor, many days. And what happened? Let it be and go. So they start develop their own rules for protecting people.
Do I understand you correctly that racism exists in Brazil currently?
Yes, exists. Yes, exist. So it's much easy if you walk on the street, like if you have 3 guys with white skin and 1 black, they go in the black.
Police?
Yes, they will not go in the white ones because they think they have this in their mind. I think it's a kind of way for them hiding the mistake of slavery to pick free people and put to work. So they blame it. They prefer to blame
police and authorities.
Yes, the black people. If you have 3 white guys here, and 1 black, they will go to the black, not to the white. They can go to the white, but not in the same treatment that they do to the black.
But you know that, for instance, in the States, they try to sort of make it up or to make it better for black people, and sometimes they have to put black people on boards of directors or in the movies or something to show.
Yes.
Sometimes it's tokenism, just token black. But are there these affirmative actions that exist in Brazil, or do they?
It still exists. This is impressive. This is why I talk that I think Brazil, the kind of way of mind is still very old. After 10 years I go to Brazil, and then I saw guys work in places like that with tattoos in the hand, and then I feel comfortable. Say, the things.
So some things are changing. Okay. So you decided to do capoeira because for living, right?
Yes.
And then you saw these Finnish people coming as tourists to your gym, basically.
Yes, exactly.
What was your first impressions of those Finns in Brazil? Frankly.
I like to see people there, how they act, and that make me feel some hope, you know, because the European people like capoeira, and for we, unfortunately, it is this very old thing. Brazil have like a francophilia. Francophilia, it's that mean like everything that come for France was good. Oh, the wine, France wine, the France food, oh, the France, you know, France clothes, that was perfect. So we grow with this kind of thing in our
In
culture,
Brazil,
that everything that from outside is better than
From outside or from France?
from outside. First, the first things that appear was from France, so that mean francophilie. You know that everything that come from France was good, and then later start to be from Italy and all the countries that start to move in Brazil in 1815 some in the colonial time, and we grow with this kind of idea, and I think by myself, nice, I have some hope. Nice, the people from outside like capoeira, so who's know, maybe I can go teach it there and follow my life, because when I work in Brazil, I work as a motorcycle delivery. This is very popular in Brazil. Everything that wanna fast, call the motorcycle. If you have a officer, you call the motorcycle, he'll bring the papers that you need everywhere very fast. If you have an officer here and you need to bring papers to the bank, they come here, 10 minutes, he's there. But many guys die.
Because of crashes.
Yes, unfortunately. I hear about that 1800 people die in Brazil every day for this work. It's like worse, but it's one way that people have to live. It's one way for people live, and I decide make some investment of my life. My sister, she gave me driver lessons, and then I say I have a driver lessons, and
Sorry, how? I mean, like your sister gave you driving license.
Yes, she paid for
okay,
school.
Okay.
She gave me opportunity.
Yeah,
and
okay.
then I tried. Yes, and then she with this opportunity that she gave me, to me, I start to work as a motorcycle delivery. But the first day that I start to work, the guy give me the helmet. The last guy that have been die. He don't care. He just give me the helmet. You know, and it was a kind of impressive work. In capoeira, I don't have no money, not good money. I don't have no good money. But in this work, I have good money. I could get a good situation. But was a work that I have to start 7 and finish maybe until 12 on the night, because I have to also help them to empty the truck of water. In Brazil, we can't drink water straight. We have to buy the mineral water, and they have some bottles, it's 20 liters. This is heavy.
Yeah.
It's too heavy, this side. And the motorcycle have places to three bottles. So it was 16 liters of water, plus 60 kilos of me, and also the weight of the motorcycle. And sometimes when I drive this motorcycle, I understand why the guy died, because the motorcycle was too heavy.
And unstable probably because of that weight.
Yes, and then I go to buy one helmet new for me. I was in the restaurant, and then my work partner, they come and say, "Why you are with this helmet?" I say, "Because the boss give." "Are you crazy? The guy just died yesterday with his helmet, man. Don't use this. He was there on the floor with this."
So they thought that this helmet will bring the bad luck?
Maybe. And I think like I don't want to use the helmet of the dead guy, you know. Also,
Okay.
maybe I don't know, drop blood or something.
Yeah.
And they also the guy just don't care. Just the guy died, so I need somebody like he treat the guy like nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I don't care to use. I am not, you know. I don't care to use the helmet of the guy that died, you know. I don't have this kind of thing like the bad look or it's just a material, you know.
Yeah.
I use, that's okay. But the feeling that was the helmet was a bit broke. They don't have this kind of glass in front. And then I decide to buy my own.
Yeah.
And then I go buy my own, and then I spend like more time than I should to come back. And then him say like, where you was? I say, oh, I go buy a new helmet because you give me a helmet of the guy that died. Say, yeah, you are too later on the delivery. I say, okay, sorry about that. And then I work more few days, and then later I go to him and say, you know, I give up. I don't want to work. I don't want to die for nothing. Because sometimes the motorcycle lost the control.
Yeah.
You know, when I was drive fast, and it's too much risk. And then I start think, what capoeira give me, I receive. Because it's better live it with the life, and live it and have life. Then live with this and don't know my life later if I can hit the car, die for nothing. And then I give up. And when I make this tattoo, and I was also like, okay, I give up everything. I will live with, I like it, and then I will teach a capoeira and live my life forward. And then actually days I not do the same, but the opportunity in Finland it's better. So this group come there, and then we stay like, I don't know, maybe 3 months together, maybe.
Who were they? I mean, like what? I mean, like they studied capoeira as a hobby, right?
Yes.
And they came for 3 months. So, who were these people?
They live on Helsinki. I know some of them, but many of them start living on the country and have kids, stop capoeira. You know, actually have all their hobbies, and they just stop. Some ones still continue capoeira, but when they was there, I meet them. We talk. Someone speak a little Portuguese, and then the nice and impressive thing was see someone's with the big dreadlocks.
Big white dreadlocks,
but they're really big. Then I say like, whoa. No, she work. She is in Brazil. She have to where she get the money to. Is that it's too impressive. Or she's really rich to have this dreadlock and not be accepted nowhere. Because in Brazil, for you found work with the big dreadlocks, it's like, no, here with this hair, no. Actually not. In Sao Paulo, you can see many people in different places, but in Brazil, especially new city, it's very people still a bit
in
close.
Brasilia. You mean like the capital?
Yes.
Yeah.
People still it's a bit close-minded. And when I see that people, you know, the dreadlocks and tattoos, I say, oh, this looks interesting. I think I grow up in different. I grow up in the wrong country. I should grow up in Finland, because look, I like tattoo, I like dreadlocks. I am in the wrong place, and I start to be them friends, you know, play capoeira with them and talk with them and play with them. And then in 2006, I received a invitation. They say, Cromadinho, the group here would like to know one thing of you. They like you, like the way that you play, that you accept to be 3 months in Finland with us. And they say, oh, there is a chance. But that don't come right the time, because I don't have no passport, no documentation, and then I have to like run for that, for you see how things it's work in Brazil, like 1 year to pick everything.
Yeah. So, but you picked somehow.
Yes, the pass, the passport, and then I come to Finland.
How your family? I mean, like your mother, like your siblings. How they? Cromadinho is going to some Finland. How did they feel about that?
My mother, she feels sad.
Sad.
Because, mother is mother.
Yeah.
Mother is mother. The kid, the mother is always mother. She always have love for the son. The son can be the bad person, but the mother, we always love them. And I am the youngest.
So the most loved.
Yes, and she cry a lot in the night that I come. I remember I go out from home like 6 o'clock, and I kiss her and ask him blessings and come back. I come to Finland, and I stay here like in the truth I make more tattoos because I thought like when I you see my mother, so I make some remembering. But these already when I live in the gym, I live in the gym first. I live in the gym during 4 years before come to Finland. I give up everything. I say I will leave the gym. I will live in the gym, wake up, play capoeira, sleeping before play capoeira, couple another day. But we when we are young, we are make adventure. So we are make adventure, and when you make adventure, you don't think nothing serious. You just thinking go and let it see what happened. But I pass many difficulties. I don't have money. I don't work. I get money from capoeira, and that was too little. And I pass hungry, But of course, I have help of friends. Some friends bring food. Some friends bring like drinks. And I also make artesanato, caciture, the handicraft.
Okay.
Yes. And I selling in the street like a hippie to get money. And then I always try get 10 reais. That is actually 2 euros actually, because Brazil money is kind of high. And I get that and I divide like that. The morning I spend 2 reais with 1 cup of coffee and 1 bread. And then in the middle of the day, I found a place that we have like free lunch, and that costs 3 reais. And in the night, I have more 3 reais to eat some soup. Because when the bar closed, they sell it for highest price. Don't throw the trash. So I buy that food for a small price. And then I eat, and then I keep save 2 reais in the morning to eat the breakfast, and then you go to run over for more 10 reais for the next day. My life roll like that. And
for how long?
Many years. For many years. And when we don't have food, I had other friends also that live in there. When I don't have food, in the front of the gym, have some mangoes tree.
Mango.
Yes. And there it's where I get food when don't have. You know that when some boat go for some island that have like a coconut tree, and the guy think that the tree, the coconut is a bread, is a chicken, and for me was like that.
Mango
was mango.
How many mangoes could you eat per day?
3, 4.
It's not much.
It's not much, but the taste, much tasty, and the water of mango.
How these mangoes that you add in Brazil? What do you say about mangoes that you buy in Prisma here?
Too much artificial.
Here.
Yes, there you can get here.
But I mean, like tasty, the same taste, or the taste? No. What's wrong with the Prisma mango?
It's too much artificial. Don't taste like. One thing that they come iced, you know, and they start to be we say yellow in the way.
Yeah.
You know, in the boats or airplane. I don't know how to arrive here, and that you get here. You know, the good mango is when she start to be yellow. You know, that's still a bit harder to bite. And some when it's have too much water, it's not so good. You know, they have so much hair, and they stay between the tooth.
So what color should be? Yellow.
Yellow, yes.
Not green, not red.
No, green is bad. They still become good. We say yellow when it's good. Yellow.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of mangoes and all other things, what fruits are there in Brazil that we don't know here, or that we, know completely different taste of those?
In the street?
Yeah.
Because here have a apple, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Lemons, carambola.
Carambola. It's this funny shaped thing.
Yes, yes, and the fruta do conde.
Fruta
do conde. I never saw here.
Okay.
Fruta do conde, mango, and the coconuts. They have little coconuts that you can broke and eat.
So not that big ones, but
Not
I mean like
big,
small also.
But also big ones. Açaí you found in the street, but not in this in the street, but some places. I know one place that you can see, but collect is kind of harder. And the produce.
Açaí. What is that?
You don't know açaí?
No.
It's a very healthy fruit, very energetic fruit. It's eaten by sport people in Brazil. It's very heavy. The theory of gordura is very high. You know, it's like a good. You know, when this Palautos Yoma, you know, it's work like that. If you gin all day long, you get like 15 ml of açaí. You eat that bring it all your energy out.
50 grams just.
Yes, a lot with bananas and some this kind of, it's not cornflakes, you know, this kind. It's very healthy. Have many kind of not bars, but here is it's a bit like this Subway. It's this kind of Subway. Here I only like that is Subway, but in Brazil have many different kind of places like little tupa that you can stop your car and then sit, you know, sunshine, and they give me 2 açaí of 500 ml. Oh, thank you. And with banana and the honey, yes. Give me one natural juice of orange, yes. How many? 300 ml, yes. It's like the diner of.
So a lot of this,
yes,
in Brazil.
Everywhere, and it's very good.
Yeah.
In street market they sell it, they ice it, because they need a treatment of before you eat.
So you come to Finland. What it was Helsinki, right?
Yes.
What was your first impression?
Whoa, this is the centrum. I don't believe. Because, you know, Brazil, the centrum, it's like full of people, you know. It's like, think about 200 people walk everywhere. And the guys with the tables selling gloves.
Yeah.
Come here. Gloves. 2 gloves for one real. 1 real, come here, and the other there. Here we have cell phone covers. Come is with me. 2 for 3. Come. Oh, here you have 100 people shouting, selling things, and walk, and the car noise, beep, beep. Cars, crazy. Like people live in 300 things happen in 1 minute, and everybody live in the same time. So when I come to Helsinki, the guy said, "Let's go to the center." I say, "Oh, nice! I see more people."
Yeah.
Say yes. When we stop the car, I say, "This is the center." I say, "You are liar. It's not the center. No. Center? Really?" Stop to liar. He say, "No, yes, the center." And the people walk really calm. Not shout, not. I say like, "What? No, this is not the center." But I understand. In the night is different. When bars work and people go out, there was full of people everywhere, and they speak loud, and the cars. But in Brazil, it's more worse. It's really full.
So you liked actually that
Actually,
it's
I
like
like it.
pretty
Yes.
not noisy and not too many people.
Yes, I like because I think everyone that is from big city like a small city, and who is from a small city like big city because it's different. I always go from Brasilia to the countryside where I have good food, small people, nice people. They like to learn with you. They respect you, not because you have money, not because you are from all the, because they are humble. They like to talk with you. They like to learn what you see. And then I feel nice next to people. They are quite simple. In my city, it's a political city, like a new capital. So they have many political buildings, and you need a car for go everywhere, because every place that you go is like about 2 hours. So I like to go to small cities, and then when I come to Finland, I could do everything by bike. And
So Helsinki is a small city.
My kind of vision, it's very small.
What?
But Turku even more. But I like that. In the truth, I would like to live in Kuopio. One first place that I've been was in Kuopio. I lived there for 2 months. But they don't have work for me. In that time when I come to Finland, I could work. I could work only with capoeira. I could not work with anything else. I could work only capoeira. I was a very lucky guy, because I come here and then ask work. That have to do everything of bureaucracy, papers and so on. And then I have people that go with me and they ask permission and so, and then they ask what he will work. The guy say, "Capoeira, what is that?" It's a Brazilian fight with the dancing. Okay, so he can work, because Finnish people can't work with that, And if it was any work like cleaner or some secretarian or something like that, I could not, because Finnish people can't do that. And then this was my look.
So it's actually what do you say that those who come from abroad only not really nice jobs are for them?
No, it's not what I mean. I mean that in Finland only can work here, have more chance in that time, not actually foreigners that or come marriage or do some work that Finnish people could not do, special work.
Like capoeira was a special work, for instance.
Why? Yes, why? Because this is special from Brazil, and then they want to learn more. So they bring a special guy here from the culture that know that very well to teach them. So I was accepted. So I get the first visa for 1 year, and then in this year I travel for many cities in Finland. Living 1 month, 2 months, wake up 4 o'clock, travel 6 hours to Vasa and Kuopio, from Kuopio to Vasa, Helsinki, for teach capoeira in universities, for small groups, in a presentation.
How do Finns differ from Brazilians?
Depended too much from what city. For example, I have a friend from Kuopio, and Kuopio people, it's quite similar of Brazilian.
Kuopio?
Yes.
People, they're similar to Brazilians?
Yes. They talk a lot. You know, they are kind of persons that they speak a lot like Brazilian, you know, they treat you more closely. Of course, it's from the Finnish culture, how people is formal, how they speak with you. They are more like visionary people, you know. They are visual, visionary. Like they speak with you. They don't touch on each other so much, like shake hands or like hugs. Like Brazil is like that. If you go to Brazil, the first thing that people do in you is a hug. They'll touch your hand and, hey, how are you? You know, and then big part of the conversation they touch you, like hit your arm, and they, yes. But I think Brazilian people, they are more physically in this way, you know, not so much visual. The Finnish people, they speak you more like informal way, you know, like with more words, you know, not much gests with the hands and show place, look at that, and you know, just gesticulate too much with the hand. But in Kuopio, people, it's a little bit like that. I have a personal friend. He's from Kuopio, and he called Brazilian Brazilian in Finland, Kuopio. And when I lived there, what attracted me was that people is quite simple. They like this way, this natural way of life. You can see in the winter people selling fish on the market. People make gloves, handmade it, you know. And I feel nice, like a comfortable people, between comfortable people. You know, and I feel like quite in home in there.
In Kuopio?
Yes, but and I also have all the foreigners. I know one girl that she was a English teacher. I studied with her. She was old woman, and also I make many friends there, and I try to live there, but they don't have enough work for I get support to live there. And that time I could only work with capoeira. I could not get another work. I don't have permission, official permission for. So, and then I moved to Turco when I asked here for a group that I work. I was work before. First I come to Turco and then go to Kuopio. I stay in La Peranta also 1 month, and then come back to Turco. When I go to La Peranta was the last place, and then La Peranta I asked to the guy here if he want to work. Still that I work for him, and he said yes, very nice that you can continue here. I say yes, I get still work. I still have support, because if I not stay here, I could not go to anywhere. I have to go back to Brazil. And then I get more 1 year work.
If you think about your liking of Finnish cities, what are the 3 most liked Finnish cities by you? You said Kuopio.
Kuopio. Helsinki I like, but I think Helsinki have too much buildings. And I don't like too much buildings. I think it's also from Brazil. You know, we have a lot of natural, and in Helsinki it's nice there, you know. But I like more where I can walk on the parks. You know, I like the natural. and in Turku have it from Kuopio.
Yeah.
And have also the support that I needed from Helsinki. That is the work and money. So I be quite
Kuopio,
stable.
Turku. What third city would you like?
The third?
The third city. I mean, like the first Kuopio, the second apparently Turku, and like the one that you like in Finland most.
Actually, the first one is Turku.
Oh, the first one is
Yes,
Turku.
I'm quite stable here. Yes, but I should live in Kuopio also, in Helsinki, if necessary.
Yeah.
But I am quite good here.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's calm. It's safe.
Yeah.
I have a stability here. Work. That's good.
What, if you could, what from Finland would you transfer to Brazil to make Brazil better? What would you take from Finland?
The system.
Which system?
How things work. The support for workers when people don't have work, like Kela, the government, the honesty of people.
Honesty.
Yes. The organization, like the parliament, this kind of things. I could bring it to Brazil. I joke with my friends. I tell them if the Brazil Natural was in Finland and the system was also the system and Brazil Natural was in the same country, this could call the Eden Gardens.
Eden Gardens.
Yes, perfect
so
place.
Brazil nature.
Yes.
And Finnish political and social systems.
Yes. That could be work very well, because in Brazil they have miserable people. People live in the street. Here they never let that. Yeah. People have this kind of alberg where people can stay, people can eat, people get food. They always have support, have Punaineristi, this Red Cross that help people. You don't see people sleep on the street, you don't see people die of hunger like babies in the night, in the cold, in the mother lap, sleep. These kind of things. I think this should be a...
Why do you think, what is the Finnish secret? Why bad climate, basically, not too many natural resources they have, but they managed to build a attractive country. What is their secret? Why? How they made it?
Oh, that I don't know. Yes, if I know, I should go to my country to be a politician, try to introduce that in there. Yes, in the truth, I think Finnish people, they are they like a lot. They have them way for this kind of natural enjoying, because of course it's cold. It's a hard shock for a Brazilian guy come here. Brazil, sometimes it's 14 degrees up to zero. So it's hot. You never could dress this clothes that we are.
Yeah.
When I go there, I put one short, throw the t-shirt here and sandal, put the money in my pocket. I don't need nothing more.
Yeah.
Sometimes I carry a lot of clothes, and then when I arrive there, oh my God, I am in Brazil. So you clean clothes at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock it's dry. You don't have so much clothes.
Yeah.
So I have to carry the travel bag for everywhere. Heavy.
Malandro. With you, Mala.
Yes. With my best clothes.
With best clothes. Yeah. What would you change in Finland if not only climate? What else? What you don't like in Finland?
In the truth, I think I don't have so much reclamation about here. I have here 15 years old. Maybe when I have like 30 years, maybe I will be think really like people here think, and then I will start to see the bad and the good things, because I come from like the third old country in this old, Brazil. The technology, many things is really old, and when I come here was like my life, like a grow. It's like a rocket up, and I get to work, good clothes, better money condition, better life condition. So I think I don't have not to say, no, I don't like this, I don't like that. Depends so much what the kind of way that I follow. So like the way that I look. No, I go to Finland. I will not lost time with nothing else than work and look for work and get life forward. We in Brazil we are kind of person that we are when we are 20 years. We are I think we think like old person, because we live in kind of situation that we grow more than wage that you should be think. Like if you have 15 years, you are think like 20
in Brazil.
Yes. If the kind of way of life force we grow old more fast. So when you have 20, you are think like about 30. You want a kid, you want to have your life, you want to have your home, go out of work, sit in your sofa and see your kids, but you have to get life for that. So I have this in my mind, and then when I come here, I always try keep money safe, found work, organize my life to have like a forward life, like like it's normal for people. Like we grow, we born, we grow, we marriage, and we have kids, and so I look for that, and I think I don't have so much thing to reclamate like this is bad or not. What I must to listen people, also Finnish people, that I think that's funny sometimes about the weather. Oh, this weather is horrible. But when they tell the weather is horrible, I think like, but the politician in my country is horrible too. So I think don't change so much. So the weather is good, but I go work, and then I work inside. Inside have a heater. I not stay outside every day, every time. So that doesn't matter. No hurry. Your country is good. You have to thank you for that, and don't think about the weather. Forget the weather. Let's go to Avanta.
Okay, our blitz questions.
Yes.
From Lewis Carroll, Alice in Wonderland, and others. So, why is a raven like a writing desk?
Sorry?
Why is a raven like a writing desk?
Can you repeat again? I think
Why is a raven like a writing desk?
Oh, I really don't know how to answer you. Well, yes, I really don't know.
Okay. Where can I find someone normal?
In here in Finland? No.
Where?
Where? Okay. Somebody normal. I think nobody's normal.
Nobody's normal. Great.
No, I think I think every depends of the way that you see. For example, we grow. I think in our culture, but for of course, for no, I need to ask to you. But we grow like in a boxing. I think everything of that people make, not of course our parents, they want the best for us. They want the best for us, so they will try to give us a better education, you know, a better home, a better bed to sleep. But in society, we grow like in a boxing. You have your life building for your fallen. I think who think different, this is normal. It's not considered normal. You know, more in Brazil. If you have different ideas of like, if you have a group of 10 people, you have one idea different than 10 people, you are crazy. Well, why you are think like that? Why you are sing like this? Why you do this? No, everybody have white shoes. Why you have yellow? Well, no, this guy is crazy. No, this guy is not for us. You know, this is I think it's why I'm here. I never think like the group of people that I am. I always was like the black sheep of the group. You know, I always think different. So maybe for the group of persons, normal people, I am the considered a crazy guy. Yes. So for me, the normal people, they it's the people that they are building for one society, not create to have development in his own idea and follow his own way.
Okay. Create Rule 42.
Every carnival, our country go to Brazil to enjoy it, to see how real is that.
Yeah. What makes the world go round?
Oh, I think it's the culture. I think it's the people culture. More than if they have in them culture, the incentive of to go and know the world, you know, and go around them. Of course, also money, the world around that make the world work. But also the culture, it's a good thing to build in a new world.
Who are you in this world?
I really, I will speak it and finish it a little Murahainen.
Ant. Formico.
Yes, formico.
Yeah.
A little one.
Okay. Can you list 6 impossible things?
I think so. Yes, I try understand the different things and make my own ideas about.
Okay. The best way to explain is?
Maybe have my own idea and try to say the best thing and understandable opinion of these things.
Okay. What would happen if everybody minded their own business?
I think the world ended.
The world will end.
Yes.
Okay. One of the deep secrets of life is?
The people's success.
Success.
Yes, I think it's the most deepest secret. No one tell for you what make them successful. You can ask for many of these kind of big business persons. They will never tell you what's the secret of success.
So nobody tells the secret of success,
yes,
actually.
They can tell you the trail for your falling, but they never tell you right what is.
Yeah. They can write books, autobiographies, right? But they
And
never tell the secret
Yes,
of the
what's
success
secret?
there.
They will explain doing this, that, but they'll never tell like the secret success. But it's clear what's the secret of success. What they make many things that maybe is not funny or agradable, but the way is this. They will tell the most nice way for you understand, and so, but the real secret they will not never tell. It's a must hide the thing. They will,
So we also won't tell, right? Our secrets.
yes.
Okay, what to do if you want to get to a place you want to be?
Sorry.
What to do if you want to get to a place you want to be?
I think you give your best, dedicate yourself. It's like, I think it's the secret of success. I think it's give your best. It's be nice with the people, be simple, and be humble also. Know how to listen, but without let it make you give up. And always think things in the positive way. And always think forward, always forward. I think it's the most important thing.
Croma, thank you very much. And all the possible success to you with all your endeavors. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I've been thinking the first question, how is the seat of the heaven? Yes. Actually, there is. I think it's beside of my family and see my kids grow healthy and safe, and it's still being with a good energy and powerful to enjoy it with them. I think it's the place of the seat share in the heaven. Yes.
Okay, thanks. Thank you so much. Obrigado.
De nada.
Obrigado.
Eu que agradeço.
And that's all talks for today. Have a great tomorrow.